Hello everybody, I am back doing another video, except this time it's a recap, except this time it's not about my game. This time it is about a game from the Rapid and Blitz World Championship. And today we're covering Vincent Keymer versus Magnus Carlsen. Now Vincent Keymer played an amazing game against him. He was able to draw, but that's the only spoiler I'm going to give you, and let's get into it. So, yeah. So we get e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop e5, and a6, but bishop a4. Now, you might be thinking, what about takes? But you give away a bishop for a knight, just for no reason, just for a pawn. But now there's queen d5, queen d4. So this is what you need to be careful of when you play the Ruy Lopez, but it's not the reason I don't play it. I mean, still. But of course, a mistake from black would be to take with the b pawn. The bishop is just can't go nowhere, and the pawn is free now for real. Well, there's queen e7 if there's, but I mean, okay. Well, that allows this, and if this, and you pin. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the real game. So white plays bishop a4, and we get knight f6, knight c3, and bishop e7. So now, what about takes? What about now? Well, after takes and takes, there is still queen d4, but you might be thinking, what about queen d4, knight f3? Yes, you're right. But the move is not queen d4 that they're gonna play. I think there's a sacrifice here. Knight takes e4, because after takes, surprise, surprise, both your knights are forked and you cannot defend both of them. So this is Ruy Lopez is very complicated, but that's not what happened in the real game. What happened here was castles, b5, bishop b3, and d6. So now there's two options that some of you might be thinking here. One could be bishop d5. Now this is not a bad move at all, but allowing like trading and like knight d4 or something, this knight's very strong. If you trade and go like knight e2 to attack it, they just defend with bishop f6. And what about this pawn? How are you going to defend this pawn? So that's bishop d5, but now the other move you might be thinking about is d4. Well, this actually is 100% not the best option, although according to the computer 100%. I'm not completely sure. This is a completely fine move for like low, like people who are not expert or master level. So yeah, but that's not what happened. Again, we're here to look at the real game. The move that happened was a3. So if you were to play something, let's say you go d4, I guess then yes, there is b4 actually. But after I think knight here, it's completely fine because taking is a blunder. Because I think there's just this. Yeah, this, and if bishop d7 you take. Oh wait, no, not taking, but it's not this. And I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's losing for sure, according to the computer. But yeah, we get a3, we get bishop g4, and after h3 you get the move bishop takes f3. Now what happened? Okay, well, there's not really to talk about here. Of course, you can take with queen. Then knight d4. After queen d1, knight takes b3, c takes b3. The move that was played was castles and d4. But if they want to go d4 so bad, why not c5? Because you might have saw here, it's the most played move. Out of 3 games, 2 of them played c5. Only one was castles, which I assume was Carlsen's game. And remember, this just happened today, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. If you were to play c5, then yes, d3, castles, bishop g5, and okay, there's knight takes e4, and wait, I don't know how there's knight takes e4. Cause what about this? Then you take attacking queen. Oh wait, now what about takes and take? Oh, you're up a pawn, but yeah, this is basically the idea. Because if you try to push it away, then after takes, the main idea is knight to d5. And look at that knight. It's, like when, you have to be careful when you step, where you step, or it's gonna, set an alarm or something. Set an alarm off. That's basically what the knight is doing right now. If you step, it's gonna it's gonna make the alarm sound, and the knight's gonna capture you. So, yeah. But, of course that didn't happen. The move that happened was castles, and after d4 and c6, we get bishop e3 and a5. Again, maybe planning to expand on the queen side, which they did do a little bit later on in the game. So, we get takes, and queen c2. And after queen to d7, we get a4, rook c8, rook ac1. So this was rook fc8, this is rook ac1. And they're both doubling on the file. And now the move queen e6 that was played in the game makes a lot of sense. Because the next move was rook fd1. And after h6, knight b1, there's a knight repositioning. The knight eventually landed on c4 or something, but I think it was too late. And after here, we get knight d2, knight h7, knight f3, knight g5, and then bishop takes g5. No, not knight takes. Bishop takes. Because knight takes, you're pinned. And it gets closer to a draw. And anyways, you want imbalances. So, yeah, this gets you doubled pawns. It's true. So weakness, except it's not, because it's easily defendable by something that's already defended. Because f6 will be defended by g7, that's defended by the king, that's defended by all these pieces. Even f6 and g7, the king is defended by. So, yeah. If we go back, the move that happened after knight g5 was bishop takes, and after bishop takes, rook b1. Because again, takes, these are not really weaknesses, it's the exact same position. So, we get rook b1, trying to change some things up, and then we get the move bishop f6. So, bishop f6. I would have played bishop e7, but the pawn is not exactly, it's not exactly as safe as bishop f6. Because I was thinking, okay, maybe bishop b4 now. And the bishop controls all these squares. So that pawn's going to be hard to defend because no rook can come here. So I was thinking that, so let's just play out the line. I don't know. It's pretty hard to figure out a move for white that's keeping the game equal. Let's say like rook d3. That's what happened in the game eventually. After bishop b4, I guess double on the d file. Double on the d file. It's the bishop is very good. Of course, it's an equal position. I mean, it's very hard to find moves for both players, but still. So we get bishop f6, rook d3. I told you it's gonna happen eventually. Dude, how come I rhyme so many stuff? Bishop f6, rook d3. I told you it's gonna happen eventually. How do I rhyme so many, so many words without even trying to rhyme them? Just wanting to talk. So we get rook d8, rook c3, rook b6, a takes b5, and then we get an interesting choice by Vincent. We get rook takes b5. So now, I don't know what he thought was wrong this move. I guess he didn't like the d5 square being so weak, and maybe he thought there's rook c5 or something. Or even tripling in rook c6. But rook came to c6 anyway, so I don't exactly know. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Okay, I thought he did. So I don't know what was wrong with taking the pawn here. Oh, if he takes, then takes. Yeah, that's what he didn't like. And now black is slightly better by the computer. After takes, takes. Now it's a draw. So computer's confused and move. The reason it's a draw is I think just rook c5, because you double attack these pawns, but I don't know, maybe computer likes rook a6. Computer likes rook a6, but anyways, we're not here to talk about the computer. We're here to talk about Magnus and Vincent. So we just get a lot of shuffling now. Knight c4 attacks the rook. Then we got rook takes b3. Now this does not lose a pawn, because look. So this is 1 point, 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, 1 point, bam. So I said 5 points 4 times, and I said 1 point 2 times. So each got half. So I get queen d7, queen b8, king h7, queen d6, offering a queen trade. And now, actually, the computer favors white a little bit more. After the trade of queens, they give up a pawn. Wait, the game's turning around. But you can see here, it says only one game. And the move that was played in this game was knight to c8. I don't know why he didn't play this. Alright. Can you find the move that almost completely wins for black? I don't know. To me, it looks like it completely wins. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it's a draw for black. Move is bishop to c7. Look at all the squares this knight can go. This. Okay, no, it cannot. This. No. This. No. This. No. This. No. Those are all the squares it can go to. Because remember, it moves like an L. Like that. So. Yeah. Oh, right. Also, one more. This. No. So. Yeah, I was thinking I was missing something. And the knight's trapped. But why does it say equal? Well, first of all, you gotta find the right move for white. I have no idea what the right move is, but let's say g4. Never mind, not g4. I don't know. What is the best move according to the computer? Go to lines. f4. f4 is the best move. Trying to get a passer. But now, if you would, let's go back here. If you look, then king g6, of course, this blunders. But okay, let's say you don't know. You play something like g3. And don't look at the evaluation. Not g6, king g6. And here. And you go back here, back here, back here, back here, back here. It's a draw. It's inevitable. Inevitable draw. So, yeah. It is a draw. So, yeah, well, it's a draw if you keep going for the knight, of course. Like, let's say that. Okay, let's say, bro. Okay, so anyways, let's just continue. They played knight c8, king g6, knight a7, c5, saving the pawn from danger. Knight here, bishop c7, defending this pawn. Check, king g5, king f1, bishop d6, knight d5, f5. And now, how can you protect the pawn in a good way? Because f3 just weakens your position for no reason. They can even take, you have an isolated pawn, another isolated pawn. Okay, they have two, but those are easily protectable. This one is protecting something. It's not it's not protected, it's protecting. So, yeah. Um yeah. So we get f5 and king e2, and after takes king e3 here. Don't forget, there is time. Magnus has almost 10 minutes, and Vincent Keymer has like 20 seconds in this position. And after g4 check, we get king g5, king takes, king h4, king f5, king takes h3, knight e3, bishop e7, b3, bishop g5. This pawn is hanging, but if takes, there's check, and you win the pawn. So that's the reason b3 happened. We got bishop g5. Now the pawn is literally hanging, except it's not, because after takes, this pawn hangs. And yeah. So yeah. So this is very smart maneuver. Although it looks like black was winning, but can you blame him? I mean, he has like 15 seconds in this position. I know it doesn't show the time, but it's fine. After bishop g5, we get knight c4. I told you knight's gonna get to c4 eventually. We get e4. And so the plan of e4 is if you take, I take. We get knight d6, e3, takes, king e4, bishop d4, king f3, g6, knight f7, bishop g7, knight d8. Just a lot of shuffling, and the game eventually ends in a draw, as the players agreed to a draw. I think. I'm pretty sure they agreed to a draw in this position, or they repeated, but it doesn't matter because this is a draw. So now if you're wondering why did they go bishop e3, well, the pawn is hanging and this pawn is hanging. So if you want bishop f6, they take this. It's still a draw, but still. And if you go like bishop g1, they take this. But it's still a draw, nevertheless. And yeah, amazing game by Vincent. And yeah. So now we'll go and look at the review of the game. Look at that. 4 great moves by black. One is knight d4. Then the next great move is... Where's the next great move? Okay, king g4, king g5 is the next great move, but bishop d6 is a mistake for some reason. Hang it there, and king f5 is the next great one. Again, king g5 again. All the great moves, no brilliance, but I mean, a brilliant is at least equal to that defensive thing. That defensive technique is brilliant. You don't need a brilliant move. That is legit brilliant. And if we go down, you can see that both players played like 29.50. Opening accuracy for Magnus was 99.6. Opening accuracy for Vincent was 99.8. Just 0.2 better. Middle game for Magnus was 98.2. Middle game for Vincent was 98. So again, 0.2 better for Magnus though, instead of Vincent. And end game, 94.3 for Magnus and 94.6 for Vincent. So Vincent played 0.3 accuracy better. Cause so he had 0.2 better accuracy in the opening. Magnus had zero point 0.2 better accuracy in the middle game, so that brings it to equal, except Vincent had 0.3 more accuracy in the end game. So yeah, you can see 0.3 and 0.5, so 0.2 difference. But yeah, that's really all I have for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Oh right, also, make sure to like and subscribe. If you truly like the video, it'll say vertical, and it's going to the like button will say vertical, and yeah, it's going to say congratulations to you, and it's gonna turn into a firework for 1 second just because you hit the like button. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Magnus Carlsen versus Vincent Keymer.